Hey, brothers and sisters and friends. Okay, so about my dream. I've been praying for God to give me a dream of, revelation of, I felt like I haven't received much of that from Him, but I think He was working on some other things with me. And sometimes I just think the Lord likes us to see us persevere, just to stay faithful to Him. And then when time is right, He will bless us with something. And so this is a dream that I know, I found this really strange. Okay, so I had this dream on the 17th of October, but on the 16th, that night, as I was going to bed, God was leading me to read John chapter 4 through chapter 6. And something, the strangest thing happened, okay? As I was reading, I didn't even get halfway through. I don't even remember. I don't think I even got that far. And no, I didn't. I got like halfway through, and a deep sleep fell upon me. And I mean a deep sleep. Sorry, I felt like I was gonna sneeze. Okay. No, I will not sneeze. Okay. So this deep sleep fell upon me, and I had the most strangest dream. Okay? In this dream, and someone please help me out, because I have no idea. I have no idea what this means. I don't know. So I really need some, some help. Rhonda, help me. Holly, help me. Alright. In this dream, I was in a mall, and it was me, my mom, and my son. And we were in this mall for a long time. And there was this homeless boy, this little kid, this chubby little kid. He was homeless and he was poor. And he was rejected by his own, which made me... Okay, so I'll continue. So in this mall, I was shopping for clothes. I was shopping for black pants. And I was in the store, and the helper of the store, one of the workers, came up to me and began speaking scripture. This person spoke John 4:38. I sent you to reap that for which you have not labored. And in my dream, I'm like, dude, you are not making any sense. Like, how I'm shopping for black pants, and we're looking at the clothes on the walls, and you're talking something like, whew, it went above my head, because, it's just a dream. But it was, so this person was saying, I sent you to reap that for which you have not labored. And then it spoke another scripture to me, which is, the Son can do nothing of himself but what he sees the Father do. And that is John 5:19. Oh gosh. And then John 5:20 reads, and this person also spoke this to me. The Father loves the Son, and He will show Him greater works than these, that you may marvel. And I'm like, I've never had a dream that was like this, where, I was in a mall and people, so anyway, after I was shopping for clothes, we went to go eat. We went to go eat lunch, or yeah, and my son was getting chicken tenders, and my mom and I both got a cheeseburger, and this little chubby kid that nobody would buy food for. This little chubby kid, you know, he was hungry, and so my mom bought him something to eat, and he got chicken tenders and a cheeseburger. And I remember my son was like, how come he got both? You know, that's not fair. My mom's like, shh, 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 stop, you know. And then this kid, sitting down with us at the table, began speaking scripture. John 4:34. I have food to eat of which you don't know. John 4:34. My food is to do the will of him who sent me. And then after it was finished, after he was done eating, he said, where shall we buy bread? Which is John 6:5. And then John 6:12. Gather up the fragments that remain. And so he's saying, where shall we buy bread? Then he's saying to gather up the fragments. Well, it was a little basket that our food was handed in, that we got our food in. And I looked in his basket and I saw crumbs of what I felt in my spirit was barley. I knew it was barley bread. And then my dream switched to a different scene. I was driving in a car, and this kid was sitting in the middle. The chubby kid, never got a name, was sitting in the middle. And I was on the way to pick up my other son, who had a bad fever, Anthony. And I was on the phone with Leilani, which is his stepmom, and in my dream she was pregnant. She's not really pregnant though in real life, but in my dream she was pregnant, and she was wanting us to pick up Anthony because he has a really bad fever. And I guess it was hard for her to take care of the house and him and, you know, everything. And so, but this kid in the back of the car said, I say, he who hears my word and believes will have everlasting life. And something happened at that moment. I had a light bulb went off in me. And it was like, internally, I believed, like, but I didn't say it out loud. I just was saying it to myself. But it was like this kid knew. And Leilani said, I was still on the phone, and Leilani said, don't worry about coming. He is healed. And then I woke up. And it blew my mind that the scripture, John chapter 4 through John chapter 6, is what was spoken in my dream. I've never had that happen. Not that I can recall. And not only that, so when I woke up from this dream, I woke up at 3:30 a.m. And you know, 33 is, I always look at that as, you know, it symbolizes Jesus, because that was the age he was when he was crucified for us. And so all these people that were in my dream that kept speaking scripture, it was Jesus, is what I was feeling like. But I have no idea what that dream even meant, or I have no idea. But so when I woke up, I didn't go pray, I didn't read my Bible. I was led to do something else. I was watching like YouTube videos of sermons of speakers, of Daniel Gray and Robert Madu. Check them out, they are great. And so I was led to them, and the videos that I was led to, even in the video, they were talking about scripture from John chapter 4 through chapter 6. I like different you know, parables, or, you know, I'm saying, like different sections. And I'm like, okay, like, you really are wanting, what is this? What is this? So something that the Lord was showing me, that the sections that He was speaking of with excuse me, whenever I was shopping for clothes, and He said that I sent you to reap that for which you have not labored. You will find that when it's talking about the whitened harvest. I'm like, okay, the whitened harvest, okay. You know, and then the other two ones, which is the Son can do nothing of himself but what he sees the Father do. And the Father loves the Son, and He will show Him greater works than these, that you may marvel. Well, let's honor the Father and the Son. You know, and then you have John chapter 4:34. I mean, so a lot of the whitened harvest. There is a lot of scripture of the whitened harvest. But then you have John chapter 6 verse 5 is when Jesus was feeding the 5,000. And then you have 6:12 when He was still feeding the 5,000. And then you have, oh, here you go, 4:50 is when a nobleman's son healed. A nobleman's son healed. A nobleman's son healed. Okay. And so I'm like, okay. It's funny that I get this dream, and now my son is sick. Not really with the fever, maybe like a low fever. But it is interesting that I get this, and that he is sick. Like, this just now hit me, you know, like revelation just hit me. Like, wow, okay, I get this. Like, Jesus is our medicine. He is the food for our soul. He is the medicine for when we are sick. You know, He gives us life. When we are weak, He gives us strength. You know, and in this dream, my oldest son, Anthony, was sick. But with my faith, it healed him. And now it's like I'm in a position, like with my youngest son, Scotty, he's sick at the moment. At the time when I had this dream, he wasn't sick. He was fine. And so that's interesting. I don't know. But that's the end of my dream. I hope you all got that. It was very different than anything else. So God bless you all. I love you. And if you have any kind of revelation, any ideas of what you think that this means, maybe you can make more sense of it than I can. I don't know. I appreciate it. I love you all. God bless you. Have a beautiful, blessed day in the Lord. Bye.